Now that we've reviewed the basics of parametric functions, let's take a look at finding the slope of a parametric function. So if we have a parametric function where we've got a function for x and a function for y, if we want to find the slope, then we're not just going to take the derivative of one or the other of these guys. Remember, slope is dy dx. So rather than just doing something in terms of t, we're going to take the derivative of the derivative of y with respect to t and divide that by the derivative of x with respect to t. Okay, so if you actually were to divide this out, you would see that those dt's cancel out, and you really are left with dy dx. So this notation is kind of convenient in the sense that it does work out nicely this way when we're doing fractions with them. Now, there's one kind of caveat here. If dx dt is ever equal to 0, then this formula obviously isn't going to work because you're going to be dividing by 0. But typically that's going to mean something like maybe we have a vertical slope, right, an undefined slope. Okay, so this is the formula we're going to use to find slope for a parametric function. Let's try an example of this. Our function is being given by x equals sine t, y equals cosine t. And we're just going to find the slope of that curve at any given time t. Okay, so this is a straightforward application of this formula up here. Okay, if I'm going to find the slope, I need to find dy dt. You could also just write that as y prime. And I also need to find dx dt. So let's just find both of those derivatives. Y prime would be negative sine t, and x prime would be cosine t. So if I want to find the slope, which is another way of saying dy dx, then I need to do dy dt over dx dt. And if you like, you can just use the shorthands y prime and x prime. So that's going to be negative sine t over cosine t, which is negative tangent of t. So at any given time, if I wanted to find the slope of this curve, this parametric function right here, at a time t, it would just be the negative tangent of that t value.